Hey, so a lot of you weren't able to make it to yesterday's all staff conference thing, and so I wanted to take a moment and just kind of share with you some of the highlights from our discussions, from what Pastor Rick shared, and so because it was great stuff, and I really hate that a lot of y'all weren't able to make it. I know that you wanted to be there, and it just didn't work out. I get that, but man, you missed out on some good stuff. So let's start off just with Rick's first message. As Rick opened the time, number one, worship was off the chain, like it always is at all staff. If you're ever to make it able to make it to an all staff, I mean, it is the sweetest worship just because you have this concentrated group of people that love God with all their hearts, and they're ready just to pour out worship to Him. And so His tangible presence is always there in such a real and powerful way. So Rick talked a little bit about voting. We're going to skip that. Um, but the image that he really started painting for us was this idea of a banquet table, right? And Jesus talked about a banquet table and just the way that God invited all the important people, and they kept coming back with all these excuses. And so Jesus was like, "Fine, if you're not coming, then send out invitations everywhere. Go to the lame, go to the broken, go to the blind." And so that is who was brought to the banquet table. And one of the things that he said that just hit me so powerfully is, you weren't invited to the banquet table because you're special or gifted. You were invited to the banquet table because you are lame and broken. And man, what a powerful word. What a freeing word. That I was brought to the table because I was loved, not because of what I bring to the table. And he was also saying, if that's the case, then guys, we need to bring other lame and broken people to the table. And so he was just talking about the power of invitation. He looked at the rich young ruler and just how Jesus came to this man and laid out for him. They kind of had this conversation, and eventually Jesus made the invitation. And it says that the man walked away sad because when he started faking it and he said, "Yeah, I've kept all these commands," well, that was a lie. Jesus then upped the ante and said, "Okay, give away all you have and come follow me." He made the invitation. It says the man walked away very sad because he couldn't respond to the invitation that Jesus gave him. He talked about Mary and Martha and how Martha missed out on the invitation of Jesus because she had so many things in front of her that she had to get done. And one of the things he said that hit me is, he said the most frustrated people in this place, meaning out of all the staff, the most frustrated people in this place are the people who feel like they're doing it alone. And guys, I've been in seasons where I felt a part of a team, and I've been in seasons when I felt like I'm doing it alone. And man, he is so right that it is exhausting when you feel like you're doing it alone. But when you have a team that is carrying the weight, that exchanges the weight, it's super powerful. And so he said there's always work to be done, but we need to be at the table with the Lord, and we need to be inviting other people um, to the table. And so here's just a couple of other things. So he said this: Rick wants 2017 to be a year where you invite people to the table of what you do. And he said, think 10. He said, in 2017, I want you to think 10. Get to the place that at the end of 2017 that you are reproducing yourself or have reproduced yourself into 10 others. And so then he spent quite a bit of time going through different models of small groups. I'm going to pop up this picture for you real quick. And if you want to pause it and read my chicken scratch, and if you have any questions about it, reach out to me, email me, call me, and I can explain all this to you. So there you go. You've got access to it. You can look at it, and if you want more, I can tell you about it. But again, the biggest thing was think 10.